Okay, so speaking of the course that you said you are taking, is it how long is this course supposed to be for? How long were you supposed to take course for?
You say if is what?
The course, how long was it supposed to be for? Was it 3 months or 2 months or
Going to take like 6 months
oh it is
from from their schedule. Like it's meant to be 6 months. Yeah.
okay, but you are running a bit late, so to say.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay. Let's see. Do you have a CV?
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you have a link to it? Or
Um,
is it a PDF? I'm just asking.
a PDF
Okay,
for now.
PDF. What about your portfolio? Do you have a link?
I just have a Behance account.
Okay, is there any project on the Behance account for now?
Yes, so it's just redesigns and the rest.
Okay.
Just,
Can you drop the link for that one for me?
all right, all right.
Okay, so while you're getting that, I have some other questions that I just put together. Do
Okay.
you have a cover letter? Have you been using a cover letter?
Yes, I have a cover letter that I've been using for some of the internship roles that I've been applying for.
Okay. Oh, you've been applying for internship, but what kind of internship role?
Like I've not that was product design
Uh-huh.
internship. Yeah. So I've been applying, but then like nothing
Interesting.
have worked.
And how has it been going? How has the application been going?
Well, out of all the companies I've reached out to, it's only one company that's reached out, but then I didn't make it to the next stage. So that was the end. And since then, I've not gotten any response, maybe positive response from any of those companies again.
Okay, so no positive response yet. I'm trying to take some notes.
All right, no problem. Yeah.
Okay. Where have you been applying for the jobs? What companies are they? Do you mind mentioning the name of their company of the companies?
Well, I don't have it offhand, but then I normally go to angel
Okay.
angel.co
Okay.
to apply for newly posted jobs there.
Yeah.
So I don't really have names of those
Don't worry.
companies.
No, that's fine. Angel.co. Okay. Are they Nigerian jobs?
Is that?
Are they Nigerian jobs or are they foreign jobs you've been applying
That's
for?
foreign jobs.
Okay. Okay. Right. Right. So, well, let me just ask this question. On a spectrum, where would you say you are? Junior, mid, or senior?
Junior.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What is your salary expectation?
As a product person.
Mhm.
Now question is it in Naira or maybe in USD?
I don't know. Tell me which one.
Well, all of the jobs I've been applying is junior role. And I'm
Mhm.
like, if I can see anyone that, because my major focus was let me work in a team, right? So that's how I have it in mind. Like, let me work in a team that I know that if I have the skill if I know everything very well, or if I know product design to some extent, I know that time will come when I'll earn much. So I was telling myself, even if I get a job of $1,000,
Okay.
that I'm ready for that.
Okay, $1K. All right. You see how I asked the question, you too first rigmarole, rigmarole before you answer my question. But okay, it's fine. Okay, so there's a reason behind all these questions that I've been asking. And before I tell you the reason, what were you doing before you what do you study in school? Let me ask that
That's
first.
I
Wait,
started, I started, yeah.
okay, cool. So you study computer science. Okay. And your current job as front-end developer experience engineer, how has it been so far?
It's been awesome, right? It's been awesome, like working on documentations, working on documentation, building sample projects for our developers to use. And also it requires like community engagement for the developers. Yeah.
Okay, so your job requires a lot of community engagement.
Yeah.
So why are you trying to get into product design? What's your motivation?
My motivation, what made me to transition into product design was, I think user experience, and also how beautiful maybe an application is, or maybe a website is. The user experience, then the whole beauty, how beauty and easy to navigate a particular application is. That was what made me to transition from front end to product design.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so let's see. Now, the reason I asked all these questions because the way the field of product design is, it's one that is kind of peculiar in the sense of everything else you interact with in different industries comes into this industry. It comes into I'm thinking of the right words to use. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that the job you currently do as a developer experience engineer at Flutterwave is one that is actually a very interesting job for me from my point of view, because it's one that there's a lot of interaction you get. There's a lot you are learning on a low key that comes into your job or your work as a product designer. I really like that you are interested in product design because you're learning certain soft skills, communication, empathy, research. A lot of things are what you're already kind of doing, which are the foundation. So I'm saying this to say that as a product designer, it's not about pretty designs. It's not about something that looks good or it works or something like that. It's more about actually solving a problem. And I always ask many of these questions to kind of link your past and your present to the future that you want. So I think my last question for now would be, what's your plan for 2023? Where do you see yourself, in 2023?
Okay, so in 2023, I'm looking forward to go fully into product design, like coming out of developer experience, then focusing on product design alone.
Nice. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm going to product design fully. Product design fully. All right. Well, all I have been doing right now is what I would sometimes call diagnostics, like what a doctor would do with a patient, trying to understand your past, your present, and see how I can be able to help you. And I think I have a pretty good idea of, oh, my camera is misbehaving again. I'm just realizing you can see me. Oh my, 1 second. Let me see what's going on here again. Awesome. Got to screw down. Give me a moment. I don't know why I'm having a wonderful day today. Okay, I think it should come up now. Or not.
Maybe it's from the general settings on the PC.
Yeah, it is actually. It is my laptop actually. Yeah, now it's up again. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, what I've been trying to do is more diagnostic in nature, not necessarily to profess solutions right now. And the reason is because I need to understand a lot about you and your peculiarities. Like, for instance, when I asked the question of, do you have a CV? I asked that question because you're meant to have, your CV should be like a business card. It should be something that immediately someone asks for it, you just flip it out and give it to them, not as a PDF, preferably as even a link. There should be somewhere that people can see everything or the important things about you. Same thing with your portfolio. And then secondly, another thing I've noticed about from our very brief conversation is that you're looking for internship roles, and I think that's where your mistake might be. You should be looking specifically for junior design roles, or let me just say product design roles. I don't care about junior or mid or senior. As a matter of fact, you might have had 6 months of experience and can be applying for mid-level roles, even to senior roles. Depends on the quality of your portfolio, depends on the projects you have worked on. So many times, it doesn't really have too much to do with how long you've been doing something, but how well, it's kind of how long, so to say, because if you're working a couple of projects in versus somebody that's just doing one project in 6 months. So it's all about that rather than how long, really. So sometimes when you see some jobs, they can tell you, oh, they want somebody with 3 years of experience. That should be nothing to make you feel like, oh no, I have just 6 months, or I have just 4 months. No, because they say those as like as a benchmark. They say those just to let people know that, okay, this is the amount of wealth of experience we require ideally, but it doesn't necessarily always translate to that. I've applied for jobs that are I've gotten jobs that are way above my in numbers of years, I mean. So yeah, so that's something else I wanted to point out to you. Another thing I want to say is that $1,000 is a good one, but you could actually be earning at least double of that, to be honest. It depends again on certain things, one of which is how prepared are you when a recruiter calls on you? Will a recruiter even be able to call on you? I mean, when they look at, say, your LinkedIn profile, does it speak to what they are looking for? Because sometimes when people tell me that there's no job or UX design field is saturated, I hear all those funny stuff, and I'm like, nope. The reason I say nope is because on an average every week, I get about 2 to 3 new DMs from recruiters telling me to apply for a job in one company or something. Like every blessed week, I have received one already. I received one maybe 2 days ago. I know I'll still receive another one at least before this week ends. And that's because what these people now do is to they go to their profile on LinkedIn and they just search based on certain keywords. And then the profiles that comes up is what those are people they will reach out to if it's interesting to them. That's just how they do it. So they reach out to several people based on certain keywords. And unless those disappoint, which is highly unlikely, that's when the ones that people generally apply to on, say, LinkedIn jobs, they will then refer to those. So that's what these people now do. They prefer to headhunt than to wait for the results of vacancies that they put out there. So yeah. So that's that about this phase. Now, the next sessions, the next steps for you would be to attend the next sessions. This is one of about 5 or 6 sessions. Next sessions would be at least, I think, 4 sessions. Yeah, about 4 sessions to be starting in January, and it would most likely be first or second week, or I think it will be first week in January, and 1 session per week. It would be a group session with a very small group, actually, 5 to 10 people. I do not want more than 10 people. I'm thinking of a sweet 7 people number. Then so it would be for just very few people. And what that coaching session would be about, it would be more of a transformational session. I call it transformational in the sense that I'm not teaching basics of product design. You're already getting that in one course or several other courses. The kind of things I'll be touching on is, what platforms do you need to be on to attract the best jobs? How should your LinkedIn profile look like? What kind of content based on your experience should you even be putting out on your profile? How do you speak to the audience that you're looking for? Or for the job you're looking for, I mean. Reviewing your CV, assisting in cleaning it up if it needs clean up, your cover letter, not just having, I'm happy you have a cover letter. You're the first of many people I've spoken to that actually has a cover letter. So I'm happy you have one. But however, it shouldn't be the same one that you should use to apply for all jobs or several jobs. In short, so no 2 jobs should have the same cover letter. That's fact. Every
Yeah.
cover letter needs to be specific to the job that you're applying for. You need to have done your research on the company, and then based on the value, the whole point of cover letter is like is your foot in the door. It's like the voice that speaks for you when you're not there. It's kind of like a pre-interview. I like to look at it like a pre-interview. So
Yeah.
any job that doesn't have cover letter, most of the time, they are actually not equated as jobs that have cover letter. If I see, for me, sometimes I'm privileged to actually be in recruitment process. So if I see different job applications, one of which has a cover letter that is personal to the company versus the one that does not have cover letter, which one would I choose? So look at it from that point of view. Just like a product designer, you look at it like this job I want to apply for, you research on it. You take it like a project, that kind of project. So your LinkedIn profile, that's the second thing. Reviewing your CV and helping clean up, that's the third thing. Cover letter, like I said, that's the fourth thing. Assisting in actually creating, showing you how you can. I will not be able to create for every job because we don't even know what the job will be yet. But I'll show you how you can refine one or two cover letter templates that you have for several other jobs. I'll just show how that should be done. Depends on how proactive you are. I might, depends on how quick you are during the process. I might be able to assist with mock interviews. And that would be asking you questions. I would literally be like the recruiter or the HR manager. I'll show you like, for instance, in most jobs, they have a certain steps, a certain process. I mean, it's usually either they will first have a culture fit as the first thing, then the next thing probably technical interview, then they might have, the next thing might not be, just formality, offer letter. So most is between 3 to 5 processes for several companies. Anything more than 3 processes, I'm not usually too into it, to be honest. And anything that is going to tell me, take home assignment, I run away from them because I believe a company that is not able to what's it called? They are not able to evaluate me based on what I have in my portfolio. It might not be a mature company for me. That's just what I do. So if you tell me, once I hear anything about take home assignment, I switch off. But to be honest, take home assignment are kind of easier to do than the other option. They can easily give you a take home assignment and you get it done and then come back to present it. But I actually prefer, because I don't have the time, I'm probably applying for several jobs. Why would I want to be taking home assignments from all of you? Like, I've taken my time to create a portfolio. So I prefer the case study. And usually I like to prepare people for case study kind of situation because that is even more difficult. So I'll show you, which leads me to the next thing, job links. Not job links in the sense of just sending you links, because links are out there on Google. If you Google right now, product design job, you'll see plenty jobs, right? But how do you look at these jobs and be able to tell the difference from the description? How are you able to tell the difference of one chance job, the jobs that are one chance, and the jobs that are not one chance? Okay, even if it is one chance job, I can take it up if my priorities at the time is to make certain amount of money, right? There are some one chance job that will pay you good money. And you're just like, okay, now money I won't earn. I will not learn anything here. I'll just make money, right? So if that's the goal, it's better to set your priorities right and be like, okay, maybe this job now, they'll pay me 3,000, this thing. It will not make its way to my CV. I just need money right now. There are those kind of times, to be honest. I have taken those kind of jobs in the past. So it's good for you to be able to tell the difference by the job description and even through the interview processes. I've been in certain interviews. In short, I have interviewed for maybe sometimes I do it out of fun, just not to get out of practice. Several interviews, maybe hundreds. And I've been in certain interview process that while I'm in the middle of it, I'm already like, no. There are certain things that you'd see and you dictate. There are certain things that are said that makes you like, just the way they're interviewing me, and they're already like, no, yes, no. I always interview them as well. So so those are some things that I'll be able to teach then. I'll be able to point out then. Lastly, there are so many specializations in UX design. There's research, there's UX writing, there's UX strategist, there is UI design, there is There is testing, usability testing. There's all sorts of specializations. There's visual designer, there's motion designers, there's all sorts of specialization within UX design. And I'll be able to assist you to point out what your niche could be based on your interest. It's still about you, based on your interest, based on your personality, based on what you currently know. Niche does not need to be permanent. It can be something that if for the next 6 months, for the next 1 year, I'm this, and then you morph into something else. So those are certain things that would be covering in this session. It's not, I need to emphasize again that I would not be teaching the basics of product design. I would not be, I would not be showing how to use Figma, none of all that. However, there'll be times that maybe you've worked on a certain project, you want me to review it for you. I'm looking at it, I can be able to point out, oh, you should have left some more, maybe some spacing, you need to understand color theory. I can be able to point you in the right direction, maybe even send you some resources and things like that, but it won't be where I'm actually teaching. Secondly, I would not be doing it for you. I mean, I wouldn't be doing your CV for you, or writing cover letters for you, or helping with doing your LinkedIn profile for you. No, I'll be doing it with you. I'll be assisting, I'll be pointing directions. I'll be doing all of that, but not actually doing it for you. Yeah, so that's all for this. And like I said, it's going to be January, most likely first week. And it's not going to be a paid free session. It's going to be a paid session. I'm not doing this one for free. It's going to cost £100, which should be, I don't know what the exchange rate is today, probably 90 something K, 80 something K. I don't know what it is in Naira now. Yeah, so it's going to be, like I said, 4 weeks. It might be 4/5 weeks, but let's just say 4 sessions. What I would do is, after this meeting, I'll send you an email with the summary of our discussion, some of the things I noted about you and your next steps. I might not send it today, but most likely for the end of this week, you should receive the email. And the email will also contain like some deadline for you to make payments for the session. Most likely going to be maybe before Christmas, thereabout, around maybe 20 something. The reason is because there are certain things you need like a week before we start to be able to do certain things before we start. The way you say you're doing your case study now, I'd like you to double up on it. Because those are, double up on it. If you can take up an extra one, take up an extra one, because these are things, it would be good if you have these things ready before we come into the session, so that we can be ready for the job and the career and all of that. So that is all I have. Do you have any questions?
All right. So regarding that of the January session, you said you're going to send a mail for that, right?
Yeah, I'll send an email. I'll send you one email that will have the summary of our conversation today and the next step, the deadline for payments, basically all the stuff you need to know about it.
Everything, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Get an email for that. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Oh,
so
awesome.
Let me just ask a question. Did you once work at a company called Live Easy?
Live Easy. What's his name? Tochi.
Yeah.
I didn't work at the company. I assisted with a few designs, but I didn't actually work. I didn't actually work for the company. No. Why do you ask?
All right. I think I kind of, should I say, work there? Yes, I did. I spent approximately 2 months there, and I remember then I was just like, I heard grace, but I didn't see the grace. And later, I think when he mentioned your name, I now searched on LinkedIn to, okay, let me know the person.
Okay.
And later, I think earlier this year, there was the time I reached out on LinkedIn.
You did? Oh, I didn't respond, did I? Did I respond? Oh, hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, it was, I think my network was unstable.
Yes, so did I respond to your message on LinkedIn? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So you said you reached out to me on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I did.
Okay.
That's or something. Yeah.
I see. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, so leave easy. I think I actually worked, or I think I'm much closer with IK. I work more with IK. But I think I did something for Live Easy then. I can't remember the details, but yeah. All right. Any other questions for me?
All right. So
Yeah.
can I take a screenshot?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Have you taken it? Because I'm smiling.
Yes, I've done that.
All
Yeah.
right. I want to look very, very good. That's why I was smiling. All right. It's good to chat with you. If you have any other questions, feel free to just respond back. The calendar event, you can be able to respond back, and that's my email. So I'll be able to answer you as well. So look forward to receiving the email, and yeah, it's good to chat with you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. I'll be waiting for the mail.
Yes, sure. Bye-bye.
Bye.